scores, there was no lack of intensity. All 4 teams played well, but only 2 get the chance to play for the championship. And now for Tony for the first game of the day.
The SMA Flames played the Mount Carmel Kings. You got a problem, Joel?
Tony, you're wearing shorts, and you're in the front desk. The audience can clearly see your hairy legs, my little friend.
What? They told me. This is what happens when you make what I do.
Tony, you're a volunteer. You don't get paid to do this.
They said there was going to be a from the desk. Pastor Marty!
Okay. Austin, why don't you recap the Week 1 action while Tony finds his trousers and his composure?
Good idea. Well, as you recall, last week, the Mount Carmel Kings and the BC Lions both had byes, so they got an express pass to this week. One of the 2 head-to-head matchups last week had the Jericho Wallbreakers taking on the SMA Flames. The Wallbreakers piled in the food, but were only able to collect 48.2 pounds in Week 1. The SMA Flames, on the other hand, hauled in an impressive 66.6 pounds to move on to this week's action.
Right you are, Austin, right you are. In our other Week 1 matchup, we saw the Bethlehem Stars put up an enormous Week 1 total to beat the Mount Sinai Commanders. The Stars put up an enormous total of 131.4 pounds of food, while the Commanders were only able to get 23.6 pounds on board. Incidentally, this is the most lopsided victory in Generous Bowl history. So, the Bethlehem Stars and the SMA Flames moved on to the direct matchup this week, and the Commanders and the Wallbreakers will count this week and next week's totals in their game next week in the consolation bracket.
Thanks, Joel. And now let's take a look at the running totals for each team. The Stars led the pack with 131.4 pounds. The BC Lions are at 77.2 pounds. The SMA Flames had 66.6 pounds. The Wallbreakers had 48.2 pounds. The Mount Sinai Commanders stand at 23.6 pounds. And the Mount Carmel Kings brought in 7.8 pounds. Give us a Week 1 total of an amazing 354.8 pounds.
Welcome back, Tony, and nice pants.
Yeah, let's get back to the action. Like I was saying earlier, the SMA Flames took on the Mount Carmel Kings. The SMA Flames collected 184.4 pounds, while the Kings brought 59.2. This means that the Flames will play for the winner of game number 2 in Week 5 for the championship. The Kings will move on ahead to play the matchup in the consolation bracket next week.
Joel, why don't you bring us an update on our second matchup between the Bethlehem Stars and the BC Lions?
All right, Austin. The second game on today's slate placed the Bethlehem Stars against the BC Lions. The Stars collected 138.8 pounds of food, and the BC Lions collected 109.2 pounds. The Stars have moved on to play in the championship game in Week 5 playoffs. The Lions were defeated, and they play in the consolation bracket next week.
Now let's go to Austin Dovin, our on-field reporter, for an interview with Wayne Newman of the BC Lions on how today's game went for their team.
Thanks, guys. Today I'm down here in the trenches with Wayne Newman. Tell me, Wayne, how does your team stay motivated to perform at such a high level each week?
Well, our team is always motivated because competition is very important, and we think that competition is best for those who need it, and the need certainly is important in this aspect.
What is it about the Generous Bowl that always seems to bring out the best effort for each team in this league?
As I mentioned before, competition is very important, and we need to take care of the needs in our community, and food is certainly one of the needs that our community has in regards to this project.
Those are all good points, but let's be honest. The free breakfast for the champion sounds pretty tasty. Am I right, or am I right? 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 Have it. That's enough from the trenches. Now back to Tony in Studio 7.
Thanks, Austin. I've just received the news from my calculator that we collected 651.8 pounds this week. With our total of 354.8 from last week, that brings us to carry the 3, carry the 4, 1,006 pounds for the entire tournament. That's half a ton. That is all we've collected so far for the Kirksville Food Depot. We'd also like to remind you that even if your team doesn't play a head-to-head matchup in a given week, you can still bring your goods, and they will count towards the total for that week and towards the total for your next matchup. Let's try to collect over 800 pounds next week.
Now, as we sign off from Studio 7, let's send it back out to Paxton for his parting thoughts.
Thanks, guys. It was another solid week in the Generous Bowl playoffs, and we have some interesting matchups for next week. To follow all the action, tune in next Sunday as we keep marching toward the FBC Generous Bowl, where everyone who plays wins, and God receives all the glory. This is Paxton Barnett, and I'm signing out.